thank you guys for joining me. And I gotta talk about I love this woman. Okay, I would propose to this woman. I've watched her in Ultimate Fighter. I absolutely love her. Randa Markos. Now, there's so many fights happening in the upcoming weeks. I mean, you even have tonight's fight. You have tomorrow's fights. You have Saturday's fights. The Great McGregor versus Jose Aldo, and the Great Jose Aldo. But I want to talk about Randa. She's my girl, man. I love her. I love her fighting style. I love her toughness. I love her improvement. I loved how she just was quiet through the Ultimate Fighter, and she lets her fighting do the talking. I was very devastated that she ended up losing to Jessica Panay in there. I would have loved to see Randa versus Carla. That was a fight that Carla wanted. That's a fight that Randa wanted it because of the little bickering back and forth. But oh my God, I love Randa. And Randa finally is going to fight next week on the 19th. So we have my girl Randa fighting a newcomer, Carolina Kowalczyk, and she's a newcomer, and a lot of people have Randa definitely winning that fight. Randa's been more experienced. She's training out of the Tristar gym, world renowned. They're absolutely right. Her striking has improved, and she's got ground game. She won a lot of her fights from her ground game. But her striking, I would love for those hands to definitely improve because I think she lost against Jessica Panay because of those hands, but she's an amazing fighter, and I really wanted to talk to her because finally, I've been waiting. I don't have Twitter, so I don't follow her on Twitter. I don't think she has a Facebook. Not sure. Listen, I love this woman. I haven't had this big of a crush since freaking Gina Carano, and I still love me some Gina. I'll tell you a story real quick since we're talking about Randa, but I gotta talk Gina because Gina that's my baby too. That's my girl. That's my wifey. But I don't know. Randa's taking that spot somehow. But Gina Carano, I saw her fight Cyborg. She got her ass handed. It wasn't as well. It was still kind of bad. But I saw her lose, so that was heartbreaking. But my girl Gina Carano, I was at Comic-Con. The first year I went to Comic-Con, I was in Hall H, so of course there's open mic where you can ask whoever's presenting their promoting their films, and there's stars that are right there in the panel, you can ask questions and stuff. So I'm just sitting there, right? I think who got off? I think Steven Spielberg and Peter Jackson were done with theirs, or was it? I think it was John Cusack. I think John Cusack was done promoting his Edgar Allan Poe movie. So I'm sitting there, and I'm by myself because this is the first year, and I went by myself. But I had my cousins there, but they were doing their own thing. They were buying toys and stuff. So I want to see Hall H. So I was sitting there talking. I love to talk to people, so I'm talking to the couple next to me. I'm like, oh yeah, this and that. This is my first year, and this and that. We're chatting, and then Haywire. I'm like, what the hell is Haywire? Haywire gets promoted on the screen, and we see all the cast come out, and then they call out Gina Carano. I was like, what? Gina Carano? Oh my God. And then I'm just sitting there, right? And I didn't really understand the open mic thing until they said, oh, you can line up to the open mic. And Haywire, right? Gina Carano, nobody knows what the hell is going on because they're all, come on, we're all nerds there. They're all, I think definitely some of the people knew what UFC, when they're like, oh yeah, that's Gina Carano from UFC. And the other person's like, what? Who the hell's that? But I tell this couple next to me, hey, stay in my seat. I'm about to go marry this girl. So I run up. I don't run, but I pretty power walk. I power walk up to the line for the open mic, and they have this person asking each individual going down, where the line is, and there's not that many people. There's not that many people because they're like, who the fuck's Gina Carano and Haywire? What am I gonna ask her? And those are all the people who know UFC and knows MMA, or at the time Strikeforce. So the lady comes and asks me so what are you going to ask? What's your question? And I'm like, fuck, I can't tell her now. I'm going to go up there and say, hey, Gina, I love you, baby. Marry me. So I'm just like, I'm going to ask her what's the difference between fighting and acting? And she's like, we already have that question. I was like, well, I'll think of something when I'm up there. So she's like, I think she knew. I think she definitely knew. So she looks at me. She's like, okay. So she moves me forward. She moves me at least 3 people forward up more. So I was like, what the hell? All right. Yes, I'm almost there. So, you have that bright light shine on that mic, that one mic. You have everybody just watching, where, replying to the questions, and like, yeah, they go, oh yeah, Gina, when are you gonna fight again? Or Gina this and that, Gina that. So I'm like, oh my god. So it's about to be my turn. Like, I'm right there. I'm right there. The mic's right there. I'm ready to go to ask this woman to marry me. I'm dead serious too. When I say I'm gonna do something, I do it. So it's a joke. It's a joke. Of course, it's a joke. I'm not crazy like that, but I have the balls. I have the cojones to actually see, because I love Gina Carano. And if there's a chance for me to party with her and make her laugh, you're damn well I'm going up on that mic. So I'm right there. I am right. I am the next one. This guy asked us a stupid ass question about you, something. Well, my question's not all that great either. So I'm right there. He leaves. And I'm like, the time is. I live for these moments, man, baby. This is why I do this. I live for these moments. You're damn right. I'm gonna ask this woman to marry me. I have no ring. That's okay. So it's about to be my turn. When they call, okay, open mic done. Close it. I'm like, what? What? I was like, oh my God. I was right there. I was right there. So I have my head down, walking back to the seat. The two couple look at me. I look back at them like, someday I'm gonna marry that woman. I love Gina Carano. I don't know if she's dating Superman still, Henry Cavill, but she wants a real man. She wants a real man. Holler at me. But my girl, Randa, I fell in love with her. I do think she's very attractive. She's hot. All right. But not only that, I love her just like how I love Gina Carano. It wasn't just because of her attractiveness, because she is like the hottest MMA woman there in Strike Force, Gina Carano. But it's because of her fighting. I loved her toughness. I loved her story. I loved how Gina Carano, she was big, and then she lost the weight, and she got into Muay Thai, and then she got into MMA. Randa is the same thing. She came from just a devastating life, definitely a hard life, and she's always been a fighter. You got to watch The Ultimate Fighter to really check out her backstory, because she explains it so well, and you want to hear it from her words, because you feel it. You feel it. You feel her struggle. You feel her. And then it shows some of her where she's training at before she entered the house. I mean, her story is fantastic. I love Randa. And she's a fighter, man. She is such a great fighter. She has talent. And if she improves on her skills, she's going to get that belt. And I'm going to be right there. I'm going to buy my ticket and watch her get that belt, because she was close. Very, very close of achieving that if she would have beat Jessica Panay. But you got to lose some to really gain knowledge and to get up and to fight even harder, to want it even more. And she wants it. You can look at her, and she said when she was in the house, she's like, I'm here to win. I'm here to learn. I'm here because this is not a game. This is life for me. So Randa, I know there's a lot of my subscribers and a lot of people who watch my videos. I know you guys are big Randa fans, and I am a huge Randa fan. I love this woman. I mean, if I had a chance, you're damn well I'm taking her to dinner. Maybe she doesn't even want to go to dinner. Maybe she wants to like roll around. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I love Randa. She's up there with she might surpass Gina Carano, because I love Gina too. I would show you the poster, but the Star Wars is covering it, so of Gina Carano. But I love me some Randa. So I can't wait till she fights next week, and I can't wait to see how much she's improved in her skills. And anybody who's looking forward to that fight, I would love for you guys to comment and let me know if you guys are still tracking Randa Markos down. I am. I still keep up. I'm like, okay, when's her next fight? When's she gonna fight? I can't wait to talk about this. And it's a great card too. It's a great card. I think we have Nate Diaz as well fighting Michael Johnson. Oh, we have Junior Dos Santos versus All-Star Overeem. So, I mean, I like Dos Santos. I really do like Dos Santos. So, it's a great card. But I absolutely cannot wait till she fights. She is my favorite. Probably my one. Yeah, she's one of my favorite fighters as well that's fighting right now. If I had to think too, I love Jose Aldo. I like Faber, but I saw Faber fight too live. But yeah, I think it's gonna be his time to retire pretty soon. Cain Velasquez is my boy. Oh, what the hell's his name? The guy who beat Showtime. Uh, I can't really remember his name right now. I really like him too. Those Anjos. I'm starting to become a fan of his. And what's great about UFC is like it's not really bandwagon, honestly, because you don't really. I mean, if you're there's so much things I watched, but if you look at this fight and you're like, oh my god, yeah, you're impressed and you're just really bandwagoning. What I think is more implied to football and baseball and stuff. Like Holly Holm, like I do not like Ronda Rousey, but I did think Ronda Rousey was gonna win that fight against Holly Holm. But I didn't know too much about Holly Holm. I just saw a couple videos here and there, but I didn't know too much about Holly Holm. And then after being Ronda Rousey, man, she is my goal. Yes, thank you. Putting Ronda Rousey in check. Holly Holm is now one of my favorite fighters, and love to see her fight again. So it's great to see, Chris Weidman when he beat Anderson Silva, because Anderson Silva was getting cocky too. It's great to see definitely these fighters emerge. And Daniel Cormier, I really like his. He's a big guy, man. He's a great fighter too. John Jones, I used to really like him, but I'm starting to despise him. So it's great to see, just a root for fighters and see if you know more of their backstory and their story. It's even more better. I used to love Diego Sanchez, but I don't know where he's been at. Diego Sanchez, yeah. But Randa has. The moment I saw her, of course she was beautiful, but the moment I saw her, I was like, yes, that's my fighter. That's who I'm rooting for. That's day one. That's who I'm going for. I love you, Randa. I love you. These words I mean. That's kidding. But yeah, like Gina Carano, when I first saw her up on the scene, when I saw her show, she was first on the show, a reality TV show, Muay Thai. When I saw her, I was like, yeah, that's my girl right there. So, Randa Markos, are you looking forward to it? Are you looking forward to the fight? Is there any Randa Markos fans out there? Because I don't know, man. I looked at her old stuff, man. Look at her old fights too, her amateur fights and everything. Oh, they're fantastic. See some of those interviews. It's great too. Kind of funny. One interview, like she's in their house and stuff. So bad quality too. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button if you are a Randa fan. Like the video if you like it, and comment below. Love to hear you guys' thoughts. I'm Dan Mack and Anderson. I am out of here. Bye, guys.